Well, Mr. Taylor, let's get it all started with how did you get involved with track, and what about track was attractive to you personally?
Yeah, so for me, the finding track was actually a bit of trial and error. I played basketball, soccer, football, tennis, golf. Like I was the typical All-American kid athlete. My parents said, "Don't knock it till you try it," and then I essentially just went for it all. And when I say trial and error, basically there were a lot of things I was not good at. And that just really eliminated a lot of things and made that process much easier. And with this, track and field took off. I was one of the only kids that even made it to the pit for the triple jump in middle school. And so, obviously the coaches were excited about this because that was points for the team. And with that, it was like, okay, maybe I could, like, there could be a future with this.
Definitely, man. So with some of your sports role models, who were they when you were growing up, man?
Yeah, so Michael Johnson was a big, actually just inspiration. I'm from Georgia, and so the '96 Olympics, seeing him with the gold chain, the gold shoes, break those records, for me that was something special and something that I held on close to. Actually for the rest of my career, right? So like when I turned 18, that was my big request. Like I asked my grandparents to just give me a gold chain so I could be like Mike. And as soon as I became a Nike athlete, I told them about my story and I told them like, look, I don't know if I deserve it or if I could earn it, but one day I would like to have some gold spikes just like Michael, and believe it or not, in 2016 they made me a pair, but I was too nervous to even try to wear it because I was like, man, what if I don't fill those shoes, even though I was still at this point a two-time Olympic champion, I just thought like, was I worthy, and so, yeah, he was a big inspiration for me.
For sure, man. So scrolling it forward for your track journey, which other colleges tried to offer you a scholarship besides Florida?
Yeah, so I mean, the thing is, when I was in high school, I was top athlete in 400, long jump, triple jump. So the schools knew that wherever I was going to go, I was not just going to be a jumper, right? Like I was going to have the opportunity to help with relays, whether 4x1 or 4x4. And so with this, like I went out to USC, Southern Cal. I went to many SEC schools. Went to Texas A&M. So I was really almost checking the nation. I knew I wanted to be in a hot place, coming from Atlanta, coming from the South. I'm not fond of cold. I didn't want to be in any place that was too cold, but essentially I wanted to be where it was hot. I could train comfortably, but my parents also said when I was choosing a college that it should be like I should be mindful of if I was an athlete, where would I want to where would I just be happy being a student? And so this is when Florida really just took off, and I was like, you know what, I could be in Florida if I was just a student, even not an athlete. And it was the bonus that I had the best training conditions year round.
For sure, man. Hey, a lot of humidity.
Yeah, humidity, exactly.
So, scrolling it forward at Florida, what helped you become the 10-time All-American or the NCAA All-American? What helped you propel yourself to that pinnacle of success?
Yeah, I had a great team. It was not me. It was not me by myself. I had an incredible teammates. I had a great leader as a head coach. Coach Mouse, Mike Holloway. You see what he's continued to do. So I felt like we were kind of the trendsetters. We were the first national champion title of the school, and so I felt like we kind of led the way. But they carried that torch and had multiple national titles after my time there. But I owe this all to great leadership and also support, right? Like whether it's university sports massage, like whether it's the recovery aspect, whether it's working with Shands Hospital, and just having the best people around, it's really the environment that helps you succeed. And so I was just really fortunate to be at the right place, the right time, and have really, I believe, the correct people around me.
Sure, man. So, with the lessons that you learned at Florida, how did those lessons propel your journey to be an Olympian for the Team USA?
Yeah, very similar to my finding of the sport. It like life, it's trial and error. You might have a plan. Life can slap you or sidetrack you, in many unexpected ways. And it's not about like how you deal with that. It's really how you recover, how you bounce back, how you adjust. And I think for me, the greatest thing I learned from my time at Florida was just perseverance, right? Like things may not always go as planned, but, step back, dust yourself off, realign, readjust, and go back after it again. So, I think whether through an Olympian, whether through life, we spoke about the setback with the torn Achilles. I tore my Achilles a month before the Olympic trials, going in as the defending champion, right? But the thing is, I didn't allow that to derail me. I just took a step back. I'm a man of faith, so it was a lot of prayers, a lot of studying, a lot of reasoning. Trying to understand why this happened now and what God had in store for me, and with all that, it was just that attitude of perseverance, and that no quit attitude.
Definitely, man. So this is a key question. In the biggest of moments, how do you block out the noise, man? The naysayers and the crowd cheering your name, man.
Yeah, so this is really easy for me. One gift I have is this tunnel vision. Like I'm really good on when I focus on something, like I'm locked in. And I just think of, if my parents taught me something, if my coach taught me something that really helped me with this, but this is just something like I feel like it's a gift that I've just always been very good at, right? Like you're always going to have haters, you're always going to have naysayers, or at the same time, you're going to have people that are really supporting you, amping you up, hyping you up, and both sides can be dangerous. The thing I just focus on is like, did I prepare for this moment? Can I give my best effort? And then I just go out there, and so blocking that noise out for me is quite easy because I just focus on what I'm working towards. Sure,
man. I'll leave you on this, Mr. Taylor. Where can my audience find you on social media?
Yeah, so I feel like it's a really fitting name, but TAYLORED, the number 2, jump. Appreciate your support, and for those that really want to dive deeper, the Athletics Association, it's a nonprofit that is really working towards amplifying the athlete's voice.
Heck yeah. Well, Mr. Taylor, that concludes our interview, and we'd welcome you back for another one, my friend.
Awesome. Thank you so much, and stay safe out there.
You too. Take care. God bless.